Coach, obviously a lot of positives in a 58-21 win on the road to start the season. What are some of the takeaways for you from this game?
Well, there's going to be a number of them. I'm really proud of the team. It's hard to win in college football, so we'll celebrate every victory. It's nice to be able to learn some lessons in a victory. There's going to be a lot to learn. I think guys stepping up when some people got dinged up early in the game. It's great to see that. We played a lot of people on both, really in every phase, offense, defense, and special teams. So seeing that number of the different jersey numbers running out there and contributing in a victory was really big. Offensively, to run the ball really efficiently and hit some big runs, opens up some things. It was, I think, offensively, the story of the day was really, the self-inflicted wounds were kind of the things that would stall us out, whether it was a procedure penalty or a missed block on the perimeter or something like that. But we moved the ball well, put it in the end zone. There's still points left out there, we feel like, but overall proud of that group. Defensively, really, it's the two explosive passes. The first one's a miscommunication, something we've seen a number of times. I think the players, the defense, we were all feeling that one because it was something we had worked. So we got to clean that up. And the second one was a technique error, hit the big play over the top. So we can eliminate the X plays, which is easier said than done, but then you're probably playing a pretty dang good game on defense. Special teams, thought the guys ran down and covered. Our kickoff, we got to shore up. PAT field goal, we got to continue to work, but it was good to get those reps.
Okay, I do want to make sure everybody on the Zoom can hear okay, Coach Wilcox? Okay, great. We'll go to, what's your name, sir?
Skylar Dixon with the AP.
We'll go with Skylar with the AP in the room. Go ahead, Skylar.
Justin, what's it been like going through preseason camp with the uncertainty of the conference thing, and how does it kind of help to know what the future holds there?
Yeah, it's significant. If we pay attention to it, but the team, we don't have a lot of control over any of that. What we can control is practice and performing. So we really focused on that, and even when the news broke about the ACC, I think everybody it was good news, and we talked about it for about 7 seconds because we live in this world, week to week on focusing on our opponents, and that does not downplay the significance. It's incredibly important, and there's going to be more to come in the coming days, weeks, months on that process and what it's going to look like and the planning and how we're going to compete at a high level and succeed there. But those discussions will be had at another time. Right now, we're focused on football.
And one quick follow-up, you mentioned not thinking about it much yesterday, but I think one of the Zooms that was going on, y'all were at the Cowboys going through practice to get ready. What was yesterday like just for you guys overall?
Well, we came down a day early, so we got here on Thursday. Yesterday we had meetings. We had a walkthrough right there at the Star. It's a great facility. Had a great walkthrough. Had a bunch of meeting time yesterday. Kind of got on our body clocks right. And I thought the guys did a really good job, handled it really well. So it was beneficial and excellent setup over there. Beautiful facility.
It became obvious throughout fall camp that you had 3 viable quarterbacks, and obviously you could see that today with Sam going down early. What are some of your early thoughts on Ben Finley's performance today?
Yeah, I thought he did a great job, and it's not surprising. We're not surprised that Ben went out there and did what he did. He's very confident, threw the ball well, was accurate. He a couple decisions that I'm sure he'd like to have back, but Ben's a competitor, and I thought he did a good job. So. It wasn't lip service what we were saying all fall camp. That was legit. And Sam did a heck of a job today. Unfortunately got a little dinged up. Sam's going to help our team. And we'll see kind of how quickly he can come back.
And everybody knew about Jaden Ott coming into the game as a running back threat, and he really showed what he could do today with 2 long TD runs. But not so many people know about Isaiah Fonse. He set the record at Montana State for career yardage, and he really showed power and
balance. He does. He's on his feet and he's strong. He's the vet of the group. I mean, he's played a lot of football, as you mentioned. Career leader up at Montana State. He's a good football player. Very steady character, man. Too. He's a worker. Shows up every day. Doesn't say a whole lot. They call him Grandpa. He looks a little older than the rest of the guys, but everybody was really excited when he got in there and did what he did. But we expected to do that.
How does it fire up a team when a guy just refuses to go down for a touchdown run like he had?
You can feel it. I mean, you can feel it in the stands. So you can only imagine how it feels to his teammates, just showing that, perseverance, commitment, like not going down, gets everybody energized.
The plan was to play Ben, even if, regardless of whether Sam
No,
got hurt?
no. Sam came in as a starter. He earned the right during camp to do that. But as we've been talking, I mean, it was very, very competitive, and Ben did a heck of a job. And so Ben's a good quarterback. I think Fernando can do some good things. And Sam, up until that point, you saw, I think early on that first drive, we had, run, touchdown on the skinny post he threw. I mean, it was a dart, and he can throw the ball, and then he had to reverse the field. Kind of looks like he's maybe going to get tackled for a 7 or 8 yard loss, and then, he's breaks away and gets over to the sideline, turns into an 8 yard gain. Those things are hard to you don't coach those things. But unfortunately, he got deemed up, and then Ben Finley came in and just commanded the offense.
Okay, is there anybody else in the room that has a first round question? Okay, we'll go to our chat on Zoom. We'll start with Jeff Ferrato. Go ahead, Jeff. Make sure to speak up.
Justin, you referred a couple of times to Sam getting dinged. Can you tell us what the nature of his injury is and what you know about him so far?
Yeah.
Do you have any prognosis for when he might return?
I have a little bit of information. Not going to share that quite yet. It's upper body, and we'll, be talking with the trainers and the doctors in the coming days. But I expect Sam to come back quickly. He was ready, if needed to hop back in. But he got dinged up a little bit. So we'll talk about what's best for him and the team moving forward as we get him healthy.
Okay, we'll move to Steve Croner, and we'll get back for a second follow-up after that. Go ahead, Steve.
Okay, Justin, congratulations. I wondered if you could talk a little bit more about Ben Finley, because I'm guessing the last week and a half or so, he didn't get a lot of snaps in practice. How was he able to do so well, particularly like the combination of not having enough snaps? And I guess, let's be honest, the guy probably wanted the starting job. He could have been disappointed and could not fulfill his role as a backup, but obviously he did.
I'm sure he was disappointed. I mean, everybody who is in a competition and isn't named the starter is disappointed, and I understand it, and that's how it should be. But he kept practicing. And do the reps change a bit in the past week? They do. But I think we've talked about this before during fall camp. I mean, I think we got something like 1,500 11-on-11 reps, and Ben got a lot of those. So he's had a number of reps under his belt with us. He's had a number of reps under his belt in games in previous years. And, he's a guy that even in the past week, he's got a fewer amount of reps, but he takes advantage of them. And it's not like he's getting, 2 or 4 a day. He's still getting significant work.
Okay, we'll open up to follow-ups go ahead on the Zoom first. If you do have a follow-up, Matt Moreno has a question first. Go ahead, Matt.
Takeaways were a big part of what you guys did defensively during the spring and in camp. You had 3 today, 3 interceptions. What do you think of just how the defense played overall?
I thought they did a pretty good job, other than the 2 explosive plays, and those are huge plays in the game. Essentially both touchdowns. One was a touchdown, the other set up a touchdown. We've got to eliminate the explosive passes. We've been talking about that a long time. It's simple in concept, not easy to do. The other team schemes, they have good players too. They have a really good receiver there. Gave us a couple issues. But I think if we could eliminate those 2 explosives and make them earn it down the field, we did I don't know what the third downs were. I think they were pretty good defensively. And then we took the ball 2-11 on third down, and we took the ball away 3 times. That's a good thing. So we got to continue to build on that and eliminate those explosives to play good defense.
Okay, we'll open up for follow-ups. First on Zoom, go to Jeff Ferrato.
Justin, can you just talk about your offensive line? You really control the line of scrimmage on that side of the ball, it seemed like, and also how was Matthew Sinder?
Don't know yet about Sindo. He suffered an injury early in the game. Really proud of Brian Driscoll and that whole group going in and working together. Awesome job by Mike Blesh getting them working as a unit. Really didn't skip a beat. Obviously, Sindo is a huge part of what we do at O-line, and so we'll be anxiously awaiting the reports from the doctors on him. But I'm proud of that group. They worked well together today. running the ball. There's still procedure penalties we have to clean up, and they had a couple things, that I'm sure they're going to want to do better, but it was good to start the season that way, and now we need to raise the bar every week, just like we do at every other position.
Is Nate Farrell okay, or did he get injured?
He got dinged up as well. Again, I haven't talked, guys, I haven't talked to the doctors. I don't have any updates. He did get dinged up, but I don't know when, how serious, and if he'll be back tomorrow or Monday or Thursday. I don't know yet.
Okay, we'll go to Steve Croner from the Chronicle.
Hey, just to kind of follow up, though, we just talked about Brett Johnson during camp. Did you take a moment to kind of appreciate the fact that Brett Johnson was on the field playing for the California Golden Bears?
Yeah, I think you might correct me here. Did he cause the holding on the second play? Yeah, Brett?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So the second play of the game, they had a little quarterback scramble draw built in, and the guy had to hold him. So he doesn't make the tackle, and it doesn't go in the stat sheet, but the ball goes backwards, 10 yards, because, he's a hard guy to block. So, yeah, at that moment, in warm-ups, I love seeing number 90 out there. And when we take the field on defense, I love watching number 90 jog out there, as does everybody else on our team. And then the second play of the game, he forces a holding call, and then we get off the field in 3 plays, and, the offense went down and scored. So you better believe it. We're all kind of internal fist pump.
Okay, we'll go back to Jeff Ferrado. Go ahead, Jeff.
And Justin, you mentioned Mike Lesh. Can you talk about just Jake Spavital's offense today overall? 669 yards. Most points Cal has scored in a game since 2015. He must have just been real pleased by this is sort of what you hopefully envisioned, right?
Yes, and we expected to come out and play well. And listen, if you were on the headsets on offense during the game, this is not one of those situations where Spav and everybody on offense patting each other on the back. This is, well, we just, gave up this. We need to do that better. Here's a penalty. We stopped ourselves on that drive. So it's great, as I mentioned before, to learn some of these lessons and demand more. This needs to be the floor, for all of us. Now, to say you're going to get 95 plays and 670 yards every week, I don't know if that's realistic, but we have some good players. We felt like we matched up well, and that we should be able to move the ball on them, and we did. And I'm really, Spav and that whole side of the ball, all those coaches and all those players that contributed today was just awesome, and appreciate all those guys. It's a big day for them.
Anybody with a final question for Coach? Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
We'll have